Okay, so Simon, thank you very much for joining me today. How are
No
you?
problem. Yeah, very good. Thanks yourself.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good,
So
good.
first of all, I think congratulations are in order because obviously today we're going to be talking about how Patient Plan Direct are celebrating its 15-year anniversary, which is amazing. Before we start, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at the company?
Yeah, so my name's Simon Reynolds. I'm the managing director here at Patient Plan Direct. So we identify as the UK's most cost-effective major plan provider.
Perfect. And as someone who's been with the company right from the beginning, how would you say the company has evolved over the last 15 years?
Considerably.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess the company actually set out as a subsidiary of a payments bureau, and it was only 7 years ago now that it split out to become a standalone private company in its own right. So very much when we came to market, we were always a cost-saving proposition to dental practices, i.e. our admin fees are lower than other major providers in the market. So the end beneficiary, the patient, is very like for like, irrespective of the provider a practice works with, but the admin fees we charge the practice are a lot less. And the reason for that is because I guess those foundations are we were a fintech company, and in all honesty, we very much came to market with it being quite an admin service. But very quickly realised, and in all honesty, it's been a long learning curve to get to where we are today, and to really develop our solution, our support, our team to meet the demands of what the market needs and what dental practices demand. So I guess from coming to market with it almost being a very heavily just it's an admin low cost service, still very much is a low cost service, but obviously as you scale up then we've been able to add the appropriate support, tools, resources, technology to meet what we feel that that dental practices want, and it's grown now to where we're a team of 24. We've got 9 in the business development team out there helping practices to grow their plan base, and then the wider team predominantly based here at our head offices in Cheshire.
Perfect. So it sounds like it's been quite a long journey for you then. So after 15 years, where does the company kind of stand in the industry today?
Yeah, so I think we're certainly up there as one of the most prominent plan providers. So we work with around 600 practices across the UK, right through from Cornwall through to Scotland, Northern Ireland, and everywhere in between. And our growth though has really accelerated the last 2 or 3 years, and the main reasons for that are we work with practices in one of 3 ways. So what we identify as a new plan launch. So a good example of that is it could be a squat practice, and we've seen a real increase in the volume of squat practices coming to market. So we would just be launching a plan in there for the first time. The second piece, as I'm sure, and I know you guys cover a lot with in your media outlets, is the NHS to private appetite has gone through the roof the last few years for all the obvious reasons. So we work with practices. We've got a really comprehensive solution to engaging with practices to help them look at the viability analysis around that to ensure that if that is their objective, is it the right move, and then getting the team engaged and supporting with the patient communication, ultimately ensuring that transition is as successful as possible. So that's been a big reason for our growth acceleration. And then a really big part of our business, and it always has been as a cost-saving proposition in the market, is practices moving to us from another provider. So say a practice has got 500, 1,000 patients with another provider, moving to us, and that process has been made really, really easy thanks to a banking regulation change around 3 years ago, which enables us to bulk transfer those existing direct debits. So what was a cumbersome process is now a very, very simple process, and we've got dozens of case studies to back that up. And yeah, that growth again has enabled us just to develop our solution further at a time when it's really important, I think, for practices to be monitoring the costs in their practice. We're all very, very aware of the cost of living and the rising costs of running a dental practice, and we feel now we're in a place where our solution is very, very focused. So we're a plan provider. Everything we do is plan focused, whereas other providers may offer other support such as accreditations or perhaps compliance or regulatory support or regional workshops. And if a practice engages with that and sees value in that, then that's great, and maybe that provider's for them. Our differentiator in the market is that we feel we offer everything a practice needs to make plans successful in their practice, and we provide the support, training, tools to help them reach their respective objective, without the fear of perhaps other auxiliary services being wrapped up in an admin fee. And I would say that's the sort of how we identify in the market in where we're at in the here and now.
So now that you've reached this milestone, what can we expect to see from Patient Plan Direct in the near future? Yeah,
well, I mean, we've done a lot of work very recently in there's been a lot of new people join our team, so I think we've grown. We've sort of the size of the team's grown from around 8 to 24, even in just the last couple of years. So as part of that, we've really worked on thinking about the structure of the team and segmenting workloads, ultimately to provide the best service and support that we can for practices that we work with. So we want to continue that and not stand still and rest on your laurels. We're constantly looking for ways that we can improve our service, our support. We really take pride on being highly responsive. So I guess we're in that still nice space where we're very established. We've been around 15 years. We work with 600 practices, but it's still a relatively small team, still a relatively small company culture, and I think a lot of that shines through in terms of the reputation we've got for great support and being very responsive to client needs. We've got some exciting developments with our technology. So because we do come from that, I guess, fintech foundations, we've got our portal where practices add patients and manage patients and pull their monthly reports is cloud-based. We are currently liaising with a number of the PMS software providers to integrate with them. We've got some really exciting releases later in the year to make our reporting even more effective and efficient, again, all in line with client feedback. We've got our client hub where we're looking to, which we've released recently. So that is just tools and resources and training videos to complement face-to-face actual human interaction. So our team's out there training practices, but that's just to sort of supplement that. So some exciting new additions to that in the upcoming months. What else is there? There's all sorts that's going to be happening in the coming months. Another one is squat practices, and really we're developing a solution and a sort of training package that we feel is well suited to the needs of a squat practice, and trying to engage patients in the early stages to try and tie in loyalty, which clearly when you're a squat you want to try and do as quickly as possible. So lots of exciting things happening that we're looking forward to getting our teeth stuck into, excuse the pun.
Perfect. So how will you be celebrating this big milestone then?
Yeah, we're doing a variety of different things, Lucy. Just to give a nod to the celebrations, we're running an enhanced referral scheme. So keep an eye out for that. If you know a practice that might want to work with us, then we're just rewarding people on an enhanced basis. The other thing that we're doing later in the year in September is taking all of the team away to Parma for a long weekend. So the entire team's going out there just to celebrate our 15-year anniversary. And, I think the reason for that is because we do like to reward all of the team, irrespective of role, in line with strong company performance. And I'm a firm believer that if you look after your people, then generally speaking, the rest looks after itself. So really looking forward to raising a glass with the team later in the year out in Parma.
Amazing. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for taking the time to chat to me today.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity. Cheers, Lucy.